Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about my favorite social media, app, or the most crucial one that I can't really live without, and basically how I use it. Yeah, so today we are going to be talking about Pinterest. Me and Pinterest have such a great relationship. No, I'm just kidding. Basically, I use Pinterest like every single day, 4 hours, and it's an addiction. And not only that, Pinterest is like totally where I gather inspiration for everything. And I kind of just wanted to talk about like what some of my boards look like, how I organize stuff, and where like a bunch of my like life and all that, like it comes from Pinterest. I'm sure you can all relate. But yeah, so let's just get right into the video. So I'm gonna get my phone for this, and if you'd like to follow along, feel free to go to Pinterest if you have it. If you don't, download it. What are you doing without Pinterest? Go ahead and download the app, and if you'd like to follow along with what I'm doing, look me up at Kaitlyn Ediger. My username is Kaitlyn, Kaitlyn, 2 N's, Ediger. This is what my profile looks like, and I'll put it down here. If you want to just come along with me and show you, I have 7 followers. No, I don't use this app to like have followers. I use it to have inspiration. So I really wanted to share this with you because I get asked a lot of questions like how I take pictures for Instagram, like where I get certain things, where I get inspiration for certain things. And I get asked the question a lot, like, who inspires you? I'm like, no one inspires me. Pinterest inspires me. It's totally true. I'm going to stop doing this. Sorry about that. But yeah, so basically I'm just going to go through everything, and I hope this helps for those of you who ask. So if you're looking at the same screen that I'm looking, go you. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is obviously my first board, my most recent board, which is the IG Inspo board. And this board is super crucial to my life because Instagram is the platform that I basically post the most on. It's probably the one that I'm most on besides Pinterest. But basically it's where I gather inspiration for not only my post, not only my feed, but also my stories. So not a lot of people care about their Instagrams, like what they look like, what they post, blah, blah, blah. But as someone that like posts a lot, I like to have an aesthetic to everything just to keep it organized. If I have a bunch of pictures where I'm like, I don't know, I have pictures where I'm in the dark at night, and then I post something where it's like I'm at the beach. Like that doesn't go together, if that makes sense. You all know what an aesthetic is, and you all know how that works. But for me, especially because I'm like a super organized person, everything has to just look nice, you know? And that's honestly how you attract brands and collaborations, and how you get sponsors and all that good stuff that comes with it. So my IG Inspo boards is like a really important one. And if you want to follow my Pinterest, you can like see where I get my inspiration from. It's not a secret. I'm not going to do my hair that time. But anyways, so on the inspo boards, it's most of them look like mood boards, sort of. So it's like stuff like this, and like more stuff like this. And it kind of gives me inspiration not only for my feed, but like everything on Instagram. It's a really important board, and it just goes on like this. So yeah, you guys should check that out if you ever need inspiration. But that's like a really important board. The next is like my fall IG feed. That's just inspo for fall. That's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, this one's the most important, like out of all of them. It's the third one, my IG feed. Major crucial, because this is like the stuff I actually post. And for me, if people were to ask me like what's my aesthetic, I'd have mixed feelings about it. I would say, a lot of people say that they think I'm a granola girl. No, I don't really get visco girl. A lot of people say granola girl, or like a classy like business type. Don't know what that aesthetic would be called. but it's kind of a mixture of things. But one thing that I do know is I love the white aesthetic. Not as in like white as in like a white person, like white as in like the white tone. With like the pop of the pastel soft colors. So like lilac, yellow, like light pink, blue. I don't really do a lot of dark colors, but when I do, it balances out with the white. So it all works out. But yeah, so on this board, how many, I have 215 pins on this one, which isn't even that much, but it's the one that I use the most. And it's literally where all of my inspiration comes from for my Instagram posts. And you know what, some of my Instagram posts, I get inspiration from my saved posts on Instagram, where I get a lot of shoot inspiration from that too. But my IG feed, this has like all, oop, you got it. You get it. It's just a really important board. My next board is aesthetic, and that's just everything that I see myself as. Like, a lot of this will be like clog clips, a lot of this will be fruit, bedroom, smoothies, like the beach, bedding. I love like duvets, hairstyles. I don't know why, but hairstyles is definitely on there. A lot of like just high-end type, you know, you see like the blazer, like this look. I like a lot of those looks to see more classy. I act way too mature for my age, but I don't dress like a 15-year-old most of the time. A lot of sunglasses. I do have a little bit of a sunglass obsession. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. And you'll see a lot of stuff like this on my boards. And you kind of just get a feel for, you know, my aesthetic and what I like to go for. Oh, look at this. Just look like right here. Like, you see all the pastel. It's just what I love. But yeah, so all the things that I find like in my aura of my aesthetic will be under the aesthetic board. And I'm telling you these boards because it's just, you know, I'm on here a lot. And I thought I'd share it with you guys. It'd be interesting, like, what other people save on their Pinterest. Like, I have no idea what you save on your Pinterest. But yeah. Okay, and the next thing I have is like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The sixth one. It's the IG storyboard. And before I started like trying to use my Instagram as an actual platform to like, you know, make a career or job out of, or even just like collaborate with people, I wasn't really focused on my stories at all. Like, I didn't really care what I posted on my stories. But nowadays I post a lot of polls. Those are just fun, like personally to do and like see what other people's responses are. But so basically this board is just inspiration for stories. If I ever like bake something, like how to make it look cute, just like stuff you could post like grocery shopping, or like mirror pics, stuff you could post like from your computer, you know, just stuff like that, like inspiration of what to post on my story if I'm ever doing stuff. It's like regular stuff that you wouldn't think of that actually looks cute, like literally grocery shopping, like a picture of your grocery basket is such a like trendy, cute Pinterest type thing that you don't really think of. So that's kind of why I have that board, especially my outfits. Like, there's so many cool ways you can post them just on your story that I don't think of in like Pinterest. That's why we have Pinterest. It's to like expand your creativity by borrowing from others, if that makes sense. And then I have a lot of boards for my business. So I have a tea board, which is where I got a little bit of inspiration for my teas. Okay, and I think this is the last. I'll talk about 2 more boards. I don't want to like make this video too long. But the UO bedroom inspo looks like this cover. UO stands for Urban Outfitters. So the reason I have this board is because I change my room probably 2 to 4 times a month. That sounds about right. Like 2 to 4 times a month. So I could change it like every week. Could change it maybe only 2 times a month. It really depends. But if you know me personally, or you don't know me that much, you know from this now that I always change my room. It's never the same. Like the way you see it right now, like there's my ring light. You won't see it like this next time. Like, trust me, it'll be different. I do not know why I just blinked like that. But I just don't like keeping it all the same. I don't know why. It's like a tendency that I have that everything has to change like almost completely every week or so. It's weird. I've moved my room like completely downstairs before and then brought it back up. So if you know why I do that, let me know if you were like a doctor or something. But anyways, I have this board because I change my room so often. I constantly have to have inspiration of like different designs, ways I can place my room, what it looks like, how I do my bed, everything. Anything you could think of for your room, it's on here, trust me. But yeah, if you think about Urban Outfitters and like the way they dress their home section, that's what the aesthetic of my room goes for. This is not from Urban Outfitters. This is actually from my grandma's house in San Francisco. But yeah, and then the last, I'm going to talk about, I'll talk about one more. Let's talk about, the food is explanatory. Like, most of this is like, you know what it is by the title of it. But Filler Pig, F-I-L-L-E-R. I said that kind of weird, but it looks like this. And the reason I have this is because something that's important if you're trying to make your Instagram look nicer, this is my biggest tip for you. Because I get questions from a lot of my friends on social media that are like micro influencers or content creators, and they ask like how I keep everything balanced on my feed. And what I do is something that the audience doesn't particularly like, but it's important for your feed. Not necessarily like, but most people don't care. They're called filler pics. And what it is you post pictures like in between pictures of you. So like after I post a picture of myself, I try to post something that's not of myself. It's called a filler pic. It balances your feed. So if you think about it, if all the pictures on your feed are pictures of yourself, it depends on the angles, you know, there's so much that goes into it, but it could look like overwhelming. And not only that, it just doesn't fit some people's aesthetic. Like everything looks a little bit more spread out and balanced if you do filler pics, but I know plenty of influencers and content creators that don't do that and their feeds look amazing. So for me, that's just not the case. Don't know why, but I definitely like the filler pics. So on this board, you'll just see a bunch of random stuff. It could be plants, it could be shoes, it could be jewelry, purses, hair, my socks, it could be coffee, it could be products that I'm promoting. It literally could be anything. And that's what you see here. Just random stuff that I could fill. If it's people, it's either their hair or jewelry, but you see it's like random stuff. Coffee. And you put these in between posts of you and it balances everything out. But yeah. So that's pretty much my Pinterest. There's so many more boards if you want to go look through it. If there's like a random one and you have no idea what it's for, like comment on this video or DM me and I can like explain it. Not that you care. And again, some pins are on the wrong boards because, you know, things get mixed up. But yeah, all in all, Pinterest is very crucial to my life. Pinterest, if you want to sponsor me, we can talk about that. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so to the 44 of you, or, you know, 40 people who are subscribed to my channel, thanks for watching this video. It was fun to make. I've been trying to film like all week and just haven't had the time because I've been working on some stuff for my business at Agape Aura, link in description. Gotta plug. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I had so much fun making this video, so if you guys want to see anything else, I'm always down for recommendations. I know a lot of you want a room tour, and I told you guys this, but my room changes so much. It really doesn't seem practical to do that. So, but yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.